Hello and welcome to our very last showcase video for the mods of the 2018 Morrowind Modathon modding competition. And boy, it's been a really long time since, we started the competition, or at least, it feels like that. We've done so many of these videos, around 20 now. And after this last showcase, we have only the Mod of the Month winners announcement video to do, and we'll finally be done with this year's competition. Of course, there's more new events on the horizon, so stay tuned for a special announcement coming next week. But in the meantime, today we're going to be taking a look at Mage robes by Melchior, a fantastic new item and quest mod that really enhances the Mage's Guild of Morrowind. And before we get to our showcase here, as always, download links can be found down below. So let's go ahead and get started here, and perhaps the first thing we should cover in this showcase video is the fact that now, when you join the Mage's Guild, you can ask about getting your own set of Novice Mage robes, which you'll get for free, after you join. And these have an enchantment on them, fortifying your max magicka by a small amount, which is, pretty handy for mages. But more importantly, these robes just look really cool. You can see them here, and one of the really neat things about these robes is that they come with both a normal robe option and a hooded option. So you can drop them on the ground here and pick them up again, and you'll have the option for turning on the hood here. And of course, this just looks, really great, both with and without the hood, as you can see here. And there's also quite a lot of detail with these robes, including the Mage's Guild symbol, sort of blazoned near the top and back of the robes here. But not only does this mod add tons of these new Mage's robes, but you'll also find that many of the members of the Mage's Guild are now wearing these robes as well. And you'll notice that different classes and ranks of mages are, all wearing different types and styles of robes here. Some are wearing the blue robes for the Restoration School of Magic, others are wearing Master's robes in Destruction, and still others have Conjuration, Alteration, Illusion, and Mysticism robes, each depending on their class and rank. And you also note that most of the Mage's Guild Masters, those in control of each branch of the Mage's Guild, will typically have their own sort of unique robe, and a lot of these have, different attachments, like a satchel, or a roll of scrolls, or soul gem holsters, or potions, or Little Mage's Guild, emblems on them. And each of these robes also has the symbol of each, mage's respective school of magic on it. Like the alchemist robes have a potion symbol on them, while the destruction robes have a sort of, fireball, symbol on them, and so on and so forth. And now that we've looked at these robes on some of the Mage's Guild NPCs here, let's take a closer look at some of them on my character here. And starting with the robes for the Destruction School of Magic, which have a, sort of reddish coloring, and are really, pretty great looking. And you'll notice that this set of robes comes with a book on Destruction Magic along your belt here, and a dagger. So this outfit does look, sort of vaguely menacing. And next, you can see the Mysticism robes, or at least I think these are the Mysticism robes, I'm not really sure, which come in a sort of purple color, with a, number of scrolls sort of hanging from your belt here, ready to be cast at a moment's notice, and a few other odd pockets here and there. I'm actually not quite sure what the symbol of mysticism is here. It kind of looks like a tree, I think, but anyway, moving on. Here, you can see the robes for enchanters, which includes a scroll case and, soul gem containers, which is just a really sort of, cool concept by itself. And these robes are a bit, more green in coloring. About what you'd expect for enchanting, really. And they do look, quite stylish. And just real quick, here's the Novice Conjuration robes, which have the Oblivion symbol emblazoned on them. Since conjurers, often conjure things from Oblivion, they also have a spell book, and, these robes are a bit more, sort of gold looking. And finally, we're just going to real quick take a look at the Alteration robes, or at least I think these are Alteration. Honestly, I always get these confused with the Mysticism robes. It's either one or the other, but anyway. Again, they have a set of scrolls hanging from the belt here, and a bit of a light blue color to them. And really all these robes just look absolutely fantastic. And after playing with this mod for a bit, I would, consider this to be an absolute must-have mod for anyone playing a mage-type character. And they're just a lot of fun to earn, and with 19 varieties of robes, you've got a lot to choose from. And speaking of the mage robes, you'll now find a new Mage's Guild provisioner in the Caldera's Mage's Guild, where you can have your rank and skill scan to figure out which robes you qualify for. And after the examination, you'll be able to buy these new robes for the skills and rank level that you qualify for. And this is just a nice way of rewarding your character for hitting, certain magical skill levels, though you'll still need to spend a few thousand gold to get all the robes here. But not only is this an items mod, but this mod also adds in a new quest that you can get from the Archmage in Vivek. Apparently his special mage's robes are missing, and he wants you to find them, which will lead you eventually to Ebonheart, where you'll find out the shipment of robes destined for Vivek was apparently hijacked while passing through the mainland. I won't spoil the whole quest here, but eventually you'll be sent to what is quite possibly one of the most breathtaking and beautiful dungeons designed for Morrowind to date, with massive chambers, waterfalls, sunbeams, ferns and cave plants, just countless numbers of mushrooms and all sorts of other details. There's really just a lot to see and explore here, so we're just going to spend a bit of time, walking through the first part of the dungeon here, avoiding spoilers as much as we can, but this is just such an epic and awe-inspiring chamber verticality that we just have to spend some time, checking it out. And you'll notice that I am, of course, using Melchior's waterfall replacer here, which looks absolutely stunning in this cavern environment, with some of the most natural-looking, free-flowing waterfalls that I've ever seen in Morrowind. And really, you could probably, just spend all day just appreciating the scenic beauty of these caverns. They do kind of, evoke a rather similar effect to that of the caverns that you find in Skyrim, with some of that similar, design element. Though obviously there's a lot more, mushrooms decorating the ceiling here. But anyway, as if the mage's robes themselves weren't enough to make this a must-have mod, this is also a pretty much, must-have dungeon delving experience that you'll just need to check out for yourself if you want to, see the entire dungeon, as we'll be leaving off during this first part here, so as not to spoil everything. But, I just wanted to give you an idea of what all this mod offers here. And just real quick, you may have noticed an orc with a lantern helmet there in the last segment here, and you can actually get one of these as a quest reward, which gives you a working headlamp, light source that lights up the environment while you're wearing it, which is just a really cool effect on its own, and just combined with everything else that this mod offers here, it's a, little surprise that Mage Robes is one of our top contenders for the Mod of the Month for this year's Modathon. But that pretty much wraps up today's showcase video. We'll be announcing the full list of winners on Monday with our next, episode of the Morrowind Mod of the Month. So until then, stay tuned, and I'll see you all next time.